Hey everyone, good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darrell Winninger from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center. We are looking at some big changes in our weather pattern through the next several days. We're going from heavy mountain snow to t-shirt weather between now and later next week. And so let's go ahead and take a look at your most reliable forecast, that deep dive into what you can expect through this weekend and through the 7-day planner. Now, there's a couple of things that are going to happen. A, we get that heavy mountain snow. B, we are expecting things to start to calm down through this weekend with temperatures beginning to rebound. And C, tons of sunshine next week. Temperatures getting much warmer than average for this time of the year. So the winter storm impact graphic does show that we're looking at moderate to major impacts through the Cascades, but that's not it. And when it comes to snowfall accumulation, just a trace up to maybe 2 inches for some parts of the high desert, but 10 to 15 in the mountains. So because of this, the National Weather Service has issued a series of weather alerts across the high desert, mostly for the east slopes of the Cascades, and there's 2 of them for the same area where you see that pink. The first one is a winter storm warning that goes through 11 p.m. this evening. The second one in that same area is a winter weather advisory from 11 p.m. this evening to 11 p.m. Friday. That just means more rain and snow showers are expected with more mountain snow through the Cascades. That's why those totals in the mountains look like they've gotten a little bit higher, is because we have that second system that'll be impacting us. So when we look outside, it's cloudy. Precipitation's moving through the high desert. You can even see some raindrops on a couple of those cameras. In the lower elevations, we mostly just have a few wet roads out there, and our temperatures have been well above freezing, well into the 40s with even some 50s on the map, so we're not looking at slick roads yet. That could be changing later on tonight. Now, through the passes, we do have snow falling, just not sticking to the road. However, it is continuing to accumulate in some of those locations. So we are continuing to track what's going on through the Cascades, and this is going to continue here through the next couple of days. So just looking at satellite and radar, we mostly have a lot of cloud cover with some light showers pushing through the high desert. It's been like that all day long, and this is being driven by that cold front that's just offshore. This cold front impacts us tonight and Friday, but the bulk of the rain from this cold front really pushes through the high desert during the midday and afternoon hours tomorrow. So when we look at the bigger picture, we can see that this system is already starting to break down. Actually, that low centered over the Gulf of Alaska with a front stretch right along the coastline and out over the Pacific Ocean. That's what's pushing in right now. This system is going to bring strong winds. One of the ways we know that is we focus on the isobars, those lines that you see all over the graph that kind of make a pattern. Those are constant lines of pressure. When they're really tight, like where we go from the Gulf of Alaska all the way inland, you see several lines. That's what we call a steep gradient, and where we have a steep gradient when it comes to isobars, that's where strong winds are happening, and that's where they're expected to happen. Now, further out over the Pacific Ocean, there is another system that we're tracking, and this is going to be the one that rolls into the Pacific Northwest Saturday and Sunday, but it's already starting to fizzle out by the time it gets here. I don't think we're looking at too much in the way of precipitation for the Tri-County area, just in the Cascades. Here's what I'm talking about. Starting off with the system that's rolling in, and you can see the other one well out over the Pacific Ocean on the other side of the Aleutian Islands. Now, for tonight, snow through the Cascades, yeah, that continues. In the lower elevations, some rain and snow showers, periods of clearing, winds still breezy overnight. And then Friday, it gets wetter. Now, it's not going to be a complete washout, but you will want your rain gear, and if you're headed into the higher elevations, know that snow continues to fall. By Saturday, a warm front, the tail end of a warm front, comes over the high desert. This brings some sprinkles and flurries at best, in and out clouds through the day, and more snow to the Cascades. Then by Sunday, that cold front approaches, but the mountains just absorb a lot of that moisture, most of that moisture. A few sprinkles and flurries make it into our neck of the woods, but this whole system fizzles out as it rolls through. And by the beginning of next week, we're talking more sunshine with a warming trend. So clearing is expected Monday, and then that sunshine assists those temperatures to get not just above average, but near record-breaking highs. Now, our future precipitation forecast map shows that we are expecting snow, so let's go ahead and dive in. This is the high-resolution forecast model. It typically overdoes it in the Cascades, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Lower elevations, not much sticking to the ground. So let's time this out with one that's not a high resolution model, and it's been pretty good all the way through this winter. By 7 a.m. Friday, we're looking at a trace to maybe an inch in the lower elevations, 4 to 8 inches in the Cascades. Then through the day Friday, we get even more snow. Through Friday night, more snow in the Cascades. And remember, this is mostly a mountain system, and so it's bringing a lot more snow through the mountains, and we're talking another 10 to 16 inches expected, and that really takes shape tonight. By Sunday, just some light showers even possible. Now, winds today have been gusty across the high desert, mostly out of the west and west-southwest. They're gusting between 20 and almost 30 miles per hour, but when we look at the actual wind speed, it's been more like 10 to 20 miles per hour, which is about on par for wind speeds versus gusts. But when we look back, everything to the left of the white line that says 445 is already observed. Everything to the right is forecast. When we look back, it's just been breezy, even gusty at times through the day. Going forward, these breezy conditions continue through tonight, and we are looking at another round of gusty conditions Friday as that last cold front pushes through the region. This is the one that's rolling in tonight. It's just going to take its time moving through the high desert. By Saturday, breezy at times. Not too bad, not especially considering what we've had today and what we're expecting tomorrow. Now, in the last 24 hours, temperatures have mostly topped out in the 40s with 54 degrees in Warm Springs. And right now, at 4:53, just before the 5 o'clock show on ABC, we have 40s with a few 30s and 51 degrees still in Warm Springs. But that still puts us between 3 degrees warmer and 6 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. Now, hour by hour through this evening, a few more rain and snow showers are expected. Periods of clearing are in the planner overnight, and it's still going to be breezy at times with chilly temperatures. By tomorrow, your school bus forecast starts us off cold, or chilly rather, with some slick roads possible by the afternoon. We're looking at 40s with some 50s for highs. That's when it's going to get gusty with more rain rolling through, and those temperatures don't go very far. In fact, it gets a little cooler on Saturday as that mountain snow continues with rain and snow showers in our lower elevations. By Sunday, we still have a chance of a few more sprinkles, but clearing is in the planner, and temperatures begin to rebound. By the beginning of next week, it's t-shirts and flip-flops weather if you're asking this guy right here. And we're talking 70s across the high desert. Gorgeous conditions with a light breeze. So for tonight, you can expect temperatures to bottom out in the 30s with a few 20s and 40s out there. Then by Friday, 40s and 50s, gusty winds, more rain, some snow showers. And here's that 7-day planner. That warming trend we were just looking at continues through Wednesday, but by Wednesday, another system starts to roll in. That brings more clouds, some showers, a dip in temperatures, then a bigger drop in temperatures by the time we hit Thursday. But even Thursday, we're still looking at seasonal conditions. That's the latest in weather. Tune in tonight to Central Oregon Daily News. We'll have everything else you need to know. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll be answering them here through the evening hours. And don't forget, it is March Madness, so we have a little bit different of a lineup that we're going to be having on air. And there's a surprise show that will be as soon as the games are over, roughly about 9 o'clock, and then another one at 11. So join us. We'll see you then.